Citizen Planet
And a tree planting project started by the county government of Mandera nearly 8 years ago in Mandera Municipality has completely changed the landscape in the area, giving residents much needed relief in a place that receives little or no rainfall.
That's right. Now, these efforts that have also helped combat the effects of climate change are due to the dedication of more than 1,000 women who care for and nurture the trees. As our very own Jamila Mohamed now reports, these efforts are getting international recognition as the Mandera Greening Programme is a finalist at the World Green City Awards organised by the International Association of Horticultural Producers, or AIPH. Take a listen.
Every new day that starts in Mandera Municipality brings with it a sight that many would not expect. Of a region known to be dry, with little or no rainfall throughout the year. Trees, lots of trees, along the roads, office compounds, homes, and even in schools. The landscape is slowly changing from a dusty town to a lush green hub. The trees are a result of deliberate efforts that began well over 8 years ago. At the time, most parts of Mandera Municipality were dry and very dusty. This area had a local name, Busle, meaning a place full of dust. All the vegetation was cleared when refugees from Somalia settled here for 4 years after war broke out in their country in the 90s.
They really destroyed our environment completely. And in fact, this is the area where we used to have a refugee camp. So controlling was the big challenge, and most of our local vegetation were cleared.
Because of the effects of deforestation, the county government started the greening program in July 2016. 60-year-old Mzee Alio planted the first tree here. And 8 years later, he still finds time to come and see the fruits of his labor.
I planted the first tree here. I remember it well. People do not understand why. These days, they all want to be employed to plant trees.
When this first tree was planted here on 15th of July 2016, those who planted it had no idea what it would turn out to be. A new beginning for the county of Mandera. The women, the real heroes of the greening program in Mandera Municipality. 1,200 women from poor backgrounds, some of them widows raising orphans, while others taking care of sick husbands. One thing all these women have in common is they are the sole breadwinners in their families. They've been able to sustain their families by taking care of these trees. Most of them were here in the beginning, 8 years ago. 70-year-old Fatuma Isaac is one of them. This mother of 7 says their lives are tied to the trees they take care of.
The trees are our life. We have widows, orphans and the poor who depend on them for their livelihood.
Each of the 1,200 women takes care of 20 trees. And at the end of the month, they each take home 10,000 shillings. An initiative that has changed their lives.
Before planting trees, I used to cut trees for firewood to sell. These days, I get a salary. These days, I just take care of my trees and feed my children. I used to wake up early looking for odd jobs. I never used to rest.
I used to carry boxes of cooking oil and running away from custom officers for 15 years, taking care of my children.
During this period, they find ways to protect the trees from harsh elements, as well as from children and even goats that roam the area. The women use locally found materials to protect the trees.
We protect these trees from animals and children. It's not easy to remove these wires.
The water they use largely comes from the 80 tanks placed strategically in different parts of the municipality. Water bowsers fill up the tanks at regular intervals to ensure the women have enough water for their trees. This precious commodity is supplied by a seasonal river, River Dawa, that passes through Kenya and Ethiopia. The river is now full due to recent rains witnessed in the area. To keep the project alive, schools too have joined the Green Revolution. At Moi Girls Mandera, each student has planted several trees in the school compound and has the responsibility to take care of them. This has been going on for years, as is evident here. These efforts are now getting international recognition. The Mandera Greening Programme has been nominated for this year's World Green City Awards, organised by the International Association of Horticultural Producers. Mandera is facing stiff competition from the city of Liverpool in the UK and Melbourne in Australia. The awards will be held in September in the Netherlands.
As a government, are very proud of that achievement. It's not only a victory for Mandera, it's a victory for the Republic of Kenya, and it's a victory for the East Africa region.
The greening project has had immense success, but it is not without its challenges. The main one being funding.
The 100% funding comes from Mandera County Government. It's a very expensive program because unlike other part of the country, in Mandera you don't just plant tree and leave it. You have to nurture it for a minimum period of about 7 years.
Sustaining this program, it's a bit expensive considering the region where we are in right now. The area is semi-arid, and sustaining this program needs frequent water.
The women here intend to continue planting and nurturing the trees for the rest of their lives. The financial independence and sense of self-worth they have gained is immeasurable. From being called Busley, meaning dusty, Mandera is now known as the Green County. Jamila Mohamed, Citizen TV in the county of Mandera.